You can say, you can say. Also, there is a new, remember this guy here, the one with the. It's been here. Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah.
Good skills set? David, fellow Toastmasters, and our lovely musical guests. So we're going to go dance down. We are going to stand up. We'll have some dances there. And I know the fantastic, lovely Kamal and energetic Kamal, please. One last stage and come and give us some dancing steps. So we need to wake up. Kamal, please come give us some dancing steps. Yes, I want them to wake up and see. So then we're going to go dances again.
Okay, I'm going to do like some dancing class. Okay, so I'm going to give you a number and you will clap like depending on the number that I'm going to give you. Okay, so 1. All together at the same time. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I want it now more fast. Okay, are you ready? Ready. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 10.
Hello. I'm the spirit. Now the energy I want to do. Do you have any fellow Toastmasters and guests? Yeah. Welcome to Manchester. I'm so proud to have the honor to stand in front of you as a club president. But today is not just about being club president, it's about we developing our own speaking skills and leadership skills. And we start to learn in different means. Yes, we can get some steps. So we make them enjoy the steps. The boys from this room. First, let's start with some courtesy rules. Please all phones should be on mute or silence because it's out of insurance. Our phone's good. If you need to use the toilet, it's just opposite on the other side of the room for you to use the toilet. And I can see we have the youngest Toastmaster in the building in the room. So let's appreciate it. Can we all clap for that little man? I'm going to give you different segments, which I'll call it out. I'll be calling on Toastmaster of the Day to introduce our meeting law. But before I proceed on that, I need to make you understand, for many of the guests, to recognize one of our new members who has just joined our club and speak in the stand why you joined our club. Fellow Toastmasters guests, welcome on stage as I congratulate Naveen. Naveen is one of our new members that just joined our place. Well, so Naveen, can you let us know why you decided to join Manchester Communicators?
Hello, this is my first day as official member of Manchester Communicators. I have been here as a guest for a couple of sessions before. So I really love the audience and the spirit they have. So I just want to improve my leadership skills and my public speaking skills. Yeah.
Good. So, any of our guests, what will you tell them really inspired to join?
Yeah, so if you want to improve your career and not just career in terms of your social life and your personal life, so you need to be part of some sort of event that really helps you boost your morale. And I would say Manchester Communicators is right.
Congratulations for that. Lovely moment. And today, someone's birthday. We don't even involve our club. Can we see you, please? So, we're all going to sing happy birthday to others to make it special. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweet. Happy birthday to you.
Now I can see the other problem. One let's say maybe it's less than middle complicated. The matrix the focus. And it's going to be my great honor to come on stage to talk to myself. For those who attended our last meeting, let me give you an high start with good news. We have a demonstration of an interview segment whereby the intended Toastmaster of the day was going for a job, and we all did a demonstration of an interview, and people provided different ideas. I know each of you in the room, right? The good news is the Toastmaster of the day went for the interview and he got the job based on our provided feedback in this great room. So jam your hands together and come on stage. The Toastmaster of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester Communicators. Few things I want you to know. First of all, this is a hybrid meeting. What is a hybrid meeting? I'm pretty sure you know. We have online audience. Hi. And we have a computer here, so you from time to time look at the camera and say hello. All right. Why we do this is because we believe that the future is hybrid and better start. Anyway, let's go straight to dive into the meeting. The meeting is three parts. The first part is what we call table topics. Table topics is impromptu speaking. The second part is the main speeches, where some people in the audience have prepared a speech, and it's not delivered. You. And finally, the third part is evaluation. The cornerstone of Toastmasters is evaluation. And here we provide honest feedback. If you think enough, there is some answer that you cannot understand it, that's fine. You can give it a look and say, Julia, I like when you move your arms, that's fine, I know that. And I also know that I have a very strong Spanish accent. However, maybe some people don't know that they are scratching their heads all the time when they speak or they look in the floor. So these kind of things that the audience see is what we want you to be honest and say, I like this, but maybe think about this. Anyway, the meeting today has a theme, how to run a professional meeting. And through the whole meeting, I will be giving you some tips so you can run a professional meeting next time. First tip, do never, ever, ever book a room underneath somebody dancing. Right? Very important. And the second one is be on time. And for that, please let's work on all time. Isabel.
Hey, good evening, fellow listeners. I'm Jess. My name is Isabel, and I have a role today. I am this time. I'm still ready. Use this card that like this, and I will tell you and speak for the time being. As Julian mentioned, you have different segments, and first you have between 1 and 2 minutes to speak about it. By 1 minute, I'll show you cards in that reference, you have reached the minimum and 1 minute, that's 30 seconds. And then 2 minutes, you have reached the maximum. Make sure you finish the right time and show. Right. Then for the third speech, depending on the type of project, we have projects and time that we need to accomplish. And I will tell the speakers now what I reached the minimum amount of time.
Respect your algorithmic time is very important. Some people don't like to cut you off. In this club, we don't care because we cover time. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me introduce the outcome.
Hello again. So today I will be have the role of accountant. So basically, whether we are communicating with someone or delivering a speech, in between a speech we might be using we might be using the non-lexical fillers. So I'll be counting that, and at the end of the session, I will be letting everyone know how many use. Thanks.
Now, it is time. You people who don't speak, please put your hands together for Viva!
Hello everyone. I guess everyone's favorite part is here, the impromptu speech. So good evening to all those ones I guess. I am Diva, your topic master for today. I'm sure everyone looks forward to this session because you can talk as freely as whatever that you want. But so all guests who are not familiar, the table topics in the session where you are presented with a question by me, the topic master, and you have a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes to deliver your response. So be aware your timer is here. 1 minute, there will be a green card coming up, and 2 minutes up, there will be a green card. So personally, I found this session a little intimidating initially. But now I think this is one of the enriching experience that I've had in so far. I think it was intimidating for me because I feel like I have to respond right away. I have to, I don't have time to think. So a little tips for me. So when we receive the questions, take a couple of seconds, maybe 5 to 6 seconds, to actually think about the question instead of responding right away. And I found that this tip is very helpful when I read my IELTS. So I'm an international student, and international students have to read IELTS, and one of the sections in IELTS is speaking test. So when I set my speaking test, instead of trying to respond right away to the questioner, I have to couple of seconds to kind of rephrase the question to state the questions correctly. So that allows me to couple of seconds to actually think. So yeah, there's another tip for you. So this theme for the table topic is change, transition, change. The change is the only constant in life. This changes at work, in our relationship, and even when we walk out of that door later, something else might change. It might be we are more confident in public speaking, or it might that we have different perspective of public speaking. So my first question is that. So that is a phenomenon in nature called metamorphosis. So it is defined as an important change in form or structure after birth. For example, a butterfly changes from a caterpillar. So I really like this term because it tells us that you have something magical to create something beautiful in this time. So my question is, what kind of butterfly do you want to be? So these questions were taken off.
What kind of butterfly would I be? I remember one time that I visited one lady in my country, in the middle of the world that's called Mingo, that is famous for the nature from animals and geological place where you can go and visit butterflies. And there was this butterfly that had the you can see shapes or colors of different animals. If you cover one part, you will see a and adapt ourselves to different spaces, areas where we develop or they act. And I would like to have that flexibility that sometimes, for example, when you are at work and you need some things to be done, you of course must be polite, but also you want to be strong and I would say put your ideas forward. But also in some other cases, you will need to go a little while back and think about again, making rephrase it, and then adapt. And I think that's the change.
Maybe you can speak about I expected this. Often is a transition from summer to winter. So, what is your favorite moment of this? So please go.
Those semester yet. What is my favorite season? You always know the answer. Definitely not winter. It's too dark, too cold. How can you feel so amazing? Definitely. My answer is going to be summer. My favorite season. Summer. See the beautiful, lovely, sunny weather. Whereby we all would play. Have some barbecue like we love to have it. Have some nice moments. We all would dance and have fun together. And be in that moment of happiness whereby we all would appreciate nature, the true spirit of a lovely atmosphere. I've been talked about enjoying summer, like the way I do. Angela, do you tend to like summer same way I do? I know you're in thoughts, but if you find a winter in this room, I see her. But I can say from the count, many of us are all in the mood for summer. And for me, summer brings out the brightness in ourselves. So, irrespective of the season, what is most important is believe in yourself, explore the land, and enjoy it. And let's stop mourning because weather is constant to change. Either winter or summer, let's enjoy the moment and keep making it back to the world. So, it's myself.
But money now. If you were given 1 minute to start the business needed to make the world better, what is the idea?
Oh, good. Say again what the premise was again, please?
Yeah, sure. If you were given 1 minute to start a business.
1 million?
1 minute hours.
Right.
What crazy idea you have to make the world better?
Okay. Right, okay, well, this is. I had £1 million and to make the world better. Hi. Good evening. Okay, so £1 million to make the world better. What would I do? What would I actually do? More like buy land. Buy land. Land in and of itself, I find is well that that will recreate itself. That's what I mean to say. So, like I was saying earlier today, I was watching this news report where there's a situation where the people are quite desperate, and they're thinking their mindset is one way. The people around them who are buying the land around them to prevent them from doing what they want to do. I think they turn to, well, why don't we, if I had that much money, I would just purchase a large plot to allow these things. How can I put this in a way that's hard to say? That's not quite, because I'm not really prepared for this. But in any case, well, I think that I'm going to do this because I'm rambling, and I'm not really saying anything. No. But anyway, thank you very much for the opportunity. Oh, yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
But I have one.
Yeah, so moving on to the next question. You're given the options to use that you have. So one is change your past, and another skill is to control your future. So which one would you choose?
So the question is, it's still like this one. Yeah, interesting question. So I know most of us agree when I say past is past. There's no use in informing about the past and changing it. So, but I would choose that. I would like to change my past. So there has been a stage or period in my life where I am not very disciplined. So just basing my life just using social media and basically just surfing browser and doing nothing. So if I like to change my past, maybe I will start at the point where I slowly discipline myself, where I will spend my time usefully so that I won't so that I can change my future. I would say that we have a strong base where you have proper discipline, proper mental health, proper physical health. I think that would pave way for a better future. So I would say I would like to change my past.
If you get 1% message for 1 year, you and then with 7% in next year. So my question is, if you have something little thing that you want to improve in the next year, what will you improve about this? So with this welcome, Andy.
So the question again. So the question was, what one thing can I do to improve? Sorry, can you read it again?
If you were to improve something about yourself in the next 1 year, what would
I can improve one thing about myself in the next 1 year. What would it be? Where at least get better at things. I think you need to grow. I think if you stay the same throughout your life, you don't grow. So you just stagnate, I think. And taking the first step, I think, is really important. You know, getting yourself out there and putting yourself out there, in front of everybody, with all these nice wine faces, is the first step, I think, to help you grow and help yourself. Thank you very much.
Why do people change? That's very understood. A man who walks into the same river twice. You're the same man who always in the same river. That's because it's perfectly natural, it's part of nature that everything changes. It can't be prevented. It's life and death. It's part of everything in this world. And in a way, that's the most beautiful thing to celebrate it, even because although no one really wants that, you can't celebrate life and appreciate it fully until until you understand that at some point it's not permanent. Life is not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent. And although that's quite depressing and morbid thing to say, it's a beautiful thing as well. It makes everything in life so much more special. Okay, I thought I was getting too far. Pretty much killed it already. Where to go now? That is it's something that can't ever be forgotten, something that can't be changed. I think the more we fight it, that's when the problems in life begin. Acceptance is number one. As difficult and as simple as that sounds, it's one of the most difficult things to do, to accept that everything changes. And you know, it's the easiest thing to do in the world to not change and to become.
Thank you. There's a lot of ways to impact people's lives, to send your message across. One of them is to urban talks like this. My question is, if you were to write a book, impact people's lives, what book would it be? What kind of book you would write?
And the funniest thing is that when you asked this question, I thought it's such a difficult question and I don't know the answer. And then you saw my name. Yeah, yes. So what book would that be? It's so hard to say. I think it would be something motivational or something about inspiration and something that would change the people's thinking or their behavior as well. I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's such a difficult question. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. And okay, if I would international business manager student, I would say that it should be something about changing lives and about maybe I don't know. Sorry. Encouraged by myself. And the world is so the people have become Because maybe I don't know like that. Was that so actually yeah. I
The question is, you were going to teach the child the skill. What will you teach the child? You have any volunteers to do anyone? Oh, okay. I see your hand.
The girl, yeah. Yes, yeah, come on. Can you speak it later?
Okay, so the question was, if I were to teach a child something, what would I teach the child? I guess before I come to my answer, I want to say that the hardest part about life is that we all start at different places, right? Some of us start right at the top, and we just have to do a little bit to get even further. Some of us start at the bottom, and we never actually get to the next level. You don't get to choose where you start, but you get to choose how much effort you put into it, and I guess ultimately where you get to at the end, to some extent. So if I have a choice to teach a child something, I would always teach the child to stand up for themselves. Why do I say this? I say this because I see when you're a child, when you see the children, it's so easy to get people down. And they're never really looking out for each other. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watch little kids, and sometimes they're great, and sometimes you think, oh wow, like I wish someone could help this person out, but they have to learn the toughness of the life themselves. And sometimes I just want to whisper to a child when they see a little bit down, a little bit hopeless, and there's no one standing up for them. I just want to say, stand up for yourself and fight, because you're the only one fighting this life, and it's for you to define. So that's my answer.
Thank you for sharing. So that's all for our table topic session today. Thank you everyone for speaking, or not everyone. So thank you for our speakers today. There'll be more opportunities in the future to speak. The thing about table topics, just remember there's no right or wrong answer. Say whatever you want. Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is table topics. I hope you enjoy it. Now, one thing we do is to vote who the best speaker was. Don't worry, this is a moral boost. So, Madam Timer, can you say aloud the names of all the speakers? And when you hear your name, please stand up so everybody can see who you are.
The first speaker was me, Isabel. The second speaker, Ola. Third speaker, at the side. Then Nava. Anthony. Rick. Katrina. Lucy. And Uchi.
Fantastic. So all of you should have a piece of paper like this one. You don't, I will give it to you now. All right. Write the name, only one name of all the speakers that spoke, and write it down and tear it off. I will give you. Fantastic. Here, another one. And once you have it, hold it and put it. No, here. Here. At the bottom says base table topics speaker. Write the name there.
So you think that's fine.
And if you are online, you can write it on the chat. Another piece of advice for running a professional meeting is you don't need to stick to the wall. Well, actually, I think this works either if you are presenting a meeting or if you are speaking in a meeting, as I saw some of you doing it. Anyway. Anyone? Yeah. Anyone? Anyone? You can vote for yourself if you want. No shame on that. I always do. I never win. Maybe there's a reason. All right. Have we already voted? Fantastic. Let's move to the second part of the event. And this is the prepared speeches. We have 3 speakers. Well, actually 2 in the room and 1 on his way in. Hopefully he will be by the time he speaks. Now, the first speaker will be delivering, if I'm not wrong, a funny speech. And I have to check the note because you're gonna laugh, I promise you. The speech title is, I can see him prepared. The speech title is, no, you didn't send me the speech title. The speech title is, what is the speech title? Shits on the road. Be careful because this man is funny. Please welcome Magla.
If you want to be happy for a day, drink. If you want to be happy for a year, marry. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, ride motorbike. Ladies and gentlemen, this quote is from anonymous motorcyclists from the world. Did you know health effects of motorbikes? 20 minutes ride of motorbikes improve health. Study led by Dr. Von, research scientist, and his research team. 20 minutes ride of motorbike increase heartbeat up to 11% and boost adrenaline up to 27%, which is comparable with high exercise. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome friends. In Northwest, there are many motorcyclist clubs, such as Hells Angels, Slave Disciples, Satan Sons, but the best MC club in Manchester are called SHITS. SHITS are an acronym. S stand for Stratford, H stand for house, I stand independent, T stand for tourist, and S for society. Why motorbikes are important for me? My connection with motorbikes were failure. When I was a young boy, I failed my practical riding test, and ever since I wanted to ride motorbike. One day I was close to my dream. because in the lift, our flat of block of flats, when I lived, I met Stephen, this guy, who is member of the Shits. Stephen is member of the Shits, and he's well known in motorcycle groups. Shits was set up 1st April 2019. Birthplace of the Shits is a tower block called Stratford House. Shit was set up after Stephen had chat with local riders. Stephen managed to get blessed back patch from the president of Hells Angels. Members of the Shits are hardworking Christian people, and members are Stephen, Neil, Greg, Saf, Donna, Kat, and Mirek. Three reasons become member of the Shits. Firstly, comradeship. Be member of the group, feel atmosphere, feel nature. While you are on the bike, thinking of nothing. Secondly, for the pleasure going out to see places, new places like meet bikes, trips, and festival. Thirdly, be member of the club, share the same interest. People from the club are hardworking Christian people. Motorbikers, they are like Toastmaster. They have vice president, president, surgeon in arm, treasurer. Then you have rest of the members. In the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to take one thing from my speech, it should be, if you want to be happy for a day, drink. If you want to be happy for a year, marry. If you want to be happy for lifetime, ride motorbike. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you have this piece of paper. On top of this piece of paper, you can write what you thought about his speech. My recommendation to you is to write something positive and something you think he can improve for the next time. Something positive and something you recommend him to improve for next time. If you have it, raise your hands and give it to me or to Ola, and then we will give it to Backlav. And when he gets home, he will read it and say, oh, oh, oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can go over there. Fantastic, thank you very much. Yeah, fantastic. No, that's fine. Imagine that you are giving a speech in front of this audience, and then after the speech, you go home and you have 30 different comments of 30 different people saying what they like about your speech and what they think you could improve. This is priceless. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Yes, we are ready. The second speaker is gonna delight you with a special speech. It's the icebreaker. And as the name says, icebreaker is the first speech you deliver in front of an audience. However, this guy has already delivered several speeches before. He wants to test himself and see how he has improved over the time. Please put your hands together for Kamal Riyani with the speech title, Get a Mirror. Get a Mirror, Kamal Riyani.
I can hear something that it's a little bit special today. So one of the things that I can hear is noise, obviously, and everyone can hear it. But also, I can hear something very special. Maybe not everyone is able to hear it, but I can hear it. And maybe I can feel it. If I can see on your eyes, guys, every one of you got an inner voice inside that is bringing him or her or them today to this place. This inner voice is telling you, you need to express yourself. You need to speak up. You've got a voice. You need to tell the word, and you need to express your thoughts and ideas to other people and bring value. Let me ask you a question. Can you imagine with me when we all move house, right? Can you imagine if you go to a house where there is no mirror? Can you wake up in the morning and go to work without having to look at the mirror at all? Think about it. And I don't want you to answer, just think about it. I think most of us really like is one of the important things before leaving house is to have a look at that mirror and see if you look really handsome, if you look really okay, because you are fearing from people judging you at the workplace, on the streets, on the tram, anywhere you will be looking at some people, right? So that mirror helps you to look at yourself and to see how you look to other people. And can I ask you now, did you ever have a thought to get a mirror that is going to see that inner voice? If someone can see the inner voice inside you and tell you, how does it look like? What do you need to help your inner voice to get out to the word? What do you need to help you to express yourself, to communicate to this word? Did you ever have a thought of getting that kind of mirrors? Maybe yes, maybe not. We've got a lot of people that we meet every day at home, at work, that they can really give us some feedback. And one of the things, the best things that successful people are doing in their lives is to get a mentor, to get a coach. You need to find someone who's going to help you. For example, at home, for myself, I'm going to share something very personal about me. For example, my wife is giving me feedback about the way, for example, I walk, the way I eat. So my wife helps me really a lot to open my eyes around the world and to look at myself. My wife helped me to open my heart and fill it with love. And my wife also helped me to open my wallet as well and empty it. So this is something that I can tell you. So she's playing a role of a coach in my life. She's helping me to become a better version of myself, and she's supporting me through my career as well. So that's why I think it's very important to think and to find a place where you can get someone to help you through your journey, to get that voice outside to this world and to see it become a reality. And that's why you came here, I think. Joining Manchester Communicators in 2020, January, was the first step I took when I came to England to find a path for my inner voice to express myself. I remember standing here in front of other people, as watching me and really shaking and struggling to just pronounce the first word ever. And I thought, I'm gonna never be able to speak in English in front of people. And I had a big fear of being judged. But having people like Julian, like Shaimanda, like Ola, like other people who like mentored me, shared with me some tips, and coached me through my journey, really helped me to open my eyes and also helped the inner voice to speak up and to say, yes, I can do it. I remember I went for my first interview in this country and I failed it. I remember I went for my second interview and I didn't get the job. I remember I went for my 20th interview in this country when I moved to the UK and I didn't get the job. I was depressed and I didn't like being here, and I decided I wanted to go back to my country because I felt rejected. But persistent, insistent to succeed made me really like work hard every day, 5 hours, joining Manchester Communicators, improving my English skills, and joining communities where I volunteered. And then one day I went to one of the interviews and finally I got the job. I joined that place where I'm working now, and now after 11 months, I had an opportunity to become a performance coach, and I applied and I became a performance coach. I was successful in my first promotion internally. And then 3 months later, I applied again for another position, which was performance manager, and then I got the job again. So in 2 years, I was able to be promoted 2 times. And this Wednesday, I'm having another step, big step into my life here, into my career. I applied for a project manager position. I'm going to be managing projects around the UK, and I passed it to stage. I'm going to have an interview this Wednesday. Oh. Yes, think about it. What's made this happening? Because I've got an inner voice. I want to improve processes inside organizations. I want to make people's work easy. I want to make people like coming to work, loving it, being passionate, bringing value, and creating a positive change. This is like a passion that I've got in my life. I couldn't do that without having a coach. I couldn't do that without having mentors. I couldn't do that without coming here, testing myself, bringing my voice outside, looking at you guys and speaking not to you, but speaking to the inner voice inside you. I'm not speaking to you now, guys. I'm speaking to that voice inside you, all of you. Raise. Get out to this world. Get a mirror. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You know the drill now. You have in front of you a piece of paper. I have 2 micros. You write something positive about this speech or the speaker and something that you think he could improve. The same goes for you online. You can write your comments on the chat. And once you have them, put your hands up and I will pick them up. Please don't be shy and write. Every piece of feedback is always welcome. Yes, I know. I'm not writing feedback. I'm sorry. I'm in too many rows. Yeah, watch it. Over there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can tell you everybody in the first. For you, you can give it to him. Over here. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Fantastic. So we are now ready into our third speech. And this speaker just arrived into the room. His name is Paul Donald Nakana, and he's going to speak about a project that involves visual aids. For that reason, we are going to switch the lights off. So don't be scared. If you are afraid of darkness, you can leave now. You can switch the light, or how do we do it? Okay, like this, something like that. Yeah, all right, yeah, better? Good. Yes, I think that would be okay. All right. Please put your hands together for Paul Donald Nakana Nakana. What can you see? What can you see, Paul Donald Nakana Nakana?
Put the slides up. Please raise your hands if you can see nothing but soil in this picture. Okay, I'll come back to that. Because I've got something to tell you, fellow Toastmasters. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, it shall speak. It shall not lie. Although it might tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry. Fellow Toastmasters, this year, I took part in the International Speech Contest for District 40, where I finished third. And to be honest with you, this was probably one of the most important moments in my Toastmasters career, simply because of all the mindsets and the skill sets that I've been able to acquire. Well, the most rewarding part from that experience was all the positive feedback and messages of support that I received from my fellow Toastmasters, my friends and people that I've not even met yet in person. Things like, hey man, I got inspired by your message. And one day I want to join Toastmasters as well. Things like, hey man, one day I would like to share the stage with you in Toastmasters. Maybe together we can get better. But there was one message in particular that stuck with me, which was the verse from the Bible that I just spoke to you about. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, it shall speak. It shall not lie. Although it might tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Whether you're a believer or not, the key takeaway from that verse, the thing that I want you to focus on is the following. Everything worthwhile takes time. I said to myself, since I joined Toastmasters, I've had this vision, the goal of being able to impact lives of millions of people around the world through my voice and through my story. Now, looking back at this verse, I'm thinking, I have such a big goal and such a big dream, but to be able to achieve that, I need to take it step by step. I have to be patient with it, consistent and persistent. How many of you have heard of the bamboo tree story? Please raise your hands. Well, a bamboo tree is a beautiful tree. It takes on average about 3 to 4 years for the tree to grow. And what I mean by saying grow is to see the visible growth. 3 to 4 years for the tree to break through the ground. I know some of you are checking right now. But what's fascinating about that story is the fact that it takes only a month for the tree to double in its size once it's out there on the surface. And then from there, it grows all the way to 130 feet tall in a space of a year to 2 years. Now, when I heard this story, I said to myself, my dream of being able to impact lives of millions of people around the world will be the bamboo tree story. So if I was to bring your attention back now to this picture and ask you a question here, what can you see? What would your answer be? Yes, thank you.
Bamboo tree. That's right. And I'm a pretty logical guy, fellow Toastmasters. You know, all my life I studied science, which is pretty logical, right? If I can please go to the next slide, and I can ask you a question, what's happening in here? What can you see in here? Do you see anything in the middle here? Empty space, right? Oh, it's okay. Well, I don't know if you can see. You can see nothing.
Yes.
Okay. So how many of you can see an empty space in here? In the middle? Pretty much everyone, right? Well, I see something different. What I see right there in the middle, waving at all the beautiful ladies to the right and to the left, myself, Mr. Paul Donald Nkana. I know some of you are a little bit confused right now. You're asking yourself a question, what? I can't see you right there in the middle, Paul. I know you're 6'3", but I still can't see you. But what's happening here right now, fellow Toastmasters, is exactly what I was telling you about. The bamboo tree story. Because I'm right there underneath the stage, hiding, planting my seeds, growing day to day, waking up in the morning, rehearsing my speech, coming to Toastmasters, practicing, taking on different roles to become a better speaker and pursue my goal and my dream of being able to impact lives of millions around the world. With that being said, fellow Toastmasters, I know that we all have big goals and dreams, but sometimes we get stuck and we think nothing is happening for us. When you catch yourself thinking that way, what I want you to do is to remember the picture of the soil. Julian, if you could please go back 2 slides. The picture of the soil right here and the bamboo tree story. And ask yourself a question. What can I see? Mr. Toastmaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Now we have to give feedback. Something positive, something that you think Paul could have done differently. And once you have the feedback in the piece of paper, please raise your hand and I will pick it up. Thank you. Cheers. And as we finish the feedback, it's time to move to the next part. And the next part is feedback, where somebody is gonna come in front of you and give his or her opinion about the speaker or the speakers he or she is evaluating. And you remember that at the beginning of the meeting, we have an exercise called table topics, impromptu speaking, where some of you spoke in front of the audience. Okay, we have an evaluator that is gonna give you feedback. Please put your hands together for Herman.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I would like to give feedback for today's table topics. Overall, it was a very good session. I think the questions were quite innovative and they made you think. All the questions were not very easy to answer and someone had to step back. And I think Deeba's feedback tip was very helpful to rephrase the question, not jump to conclusion, taking your time and then evaluating and answering the question. So I think that was very nice. All the questions, and there's something that every time the question was asked, a lot of bulbs in my brain went on. Okay, this could. But I think the answers everyone gave were very true, very, very, very keen. You could understand. They were very revealing what it meant to everyone. So overall, the session was very nice. I think few things which I could take away, if I can say feedback-wise, was the quote which Rich mentioned in the beginning with the river and the same person. I think it struck with me. And Usha's feedback with respect to what you would want to give with a child. I think that was very relatable, very nice. Overall, a very good session. And that's what I would want to say. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. In other meetings, we have other people doing this role and he or she will do it differently. So I invite you to come next meeting and see how other people do it. Now, you see, this is a microphone. Yes, the reason is that we are going to listen the feedback from Samantha, who is watching the event online. Samantha, can you speak to see or to hear you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Samantha, all yours.
Right, so I am evaluating Vaclav's speech, Shit on the Road. I mean, what a great title. One thing Vaclav always does really well is humor. They're always, always funny, his speeches. And I absolutely love that he came on with confidence in this amazing outfit, which was in itself an introduction to the speech that he was going to give. So he opened with humor immediately, and he opened with a great quote, actually. And from this quote, he went on to tell us a really personal story about when he was a boy, how he fell in love with motorbikes. To me, he really sold the experience. He talked about being in nature, clearing your mind as you're riding your bike, going to festivals, and being part of a club. And he related that. He made it relatable to us as part of Toastmasters, which I thought was a really, really clever thing to do. The acronym that he used was absolutely brilliant. So obviously from the title, you could interpret that in many different ways. I would never have guessed that it was an acronym. I thought that was really funny. And then when he came to his conclusion, he actually came full circle and ended on the same quote that he opened with, which I thought was brilliant. So that's a really, really good thing to do. Really good structure to the whole speech, I thought. Improvements. I would love to see some more energy. So really performance, the energy injected into the speech. It's such a funny speech. It's got so much potential. So I would like more vocal variety, more kind of changing of tone and more movement and gestures, but movement and gestures that are relevant to the speech. Occasionally, I would say Vaclav seemed a little bit hesitant. I don't know if they were intentional pauses or if perhaps they were trying to remember what was coming next. So maybe if that was the case, a little more preparation, and that preparation also would allow Vaclav to really enjoy the speech and inject that performance. Vaclav did ask me to listen for pronunciation. The pronunciation I had no trouble with. I understood everything with pronunciation. So overall, I'd say Vaclav, it was a great speech, as always, I love your humour, I love your ideas, and I love your personal stories. They're really authentic. So keep all that authenticity into your speeches, keep writing them, keep practicing them, and just inject that humour into your performance. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Fantastic. So we have the first evaluator and the second evaluator. I'm gonna confess something. I don't have his name written here. And for the last 5 minutes, I went blank. I said, what is his name? What is his name? What is his name? Please welcome Andre.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members, most welcome guests. My name is Andre, and the purpose of my evaluation is just to give hopefully valuable feedback to Kamal. First, what I would like to do, Kamal, just personally to congratulate you with an excellent icebreaker. I suppose everyone can just join me with a round of applause. Thank you. We can probably all understand that Kamal, with his icebreaker, for those of you who don't know what icebreaker is, it's the very first speech on the path. You start your learning journey with Toastmasters icebreaker. Tell the audience about yourself, about what you like or you don't like as well. And he did it brilliantly, with confidence, with hand gestures, with questions, really mind-blowing questions about the mirror, about the inner mirror within us that we all could look from time to time. Kamal is experienced Toastmaster. At the same time, he brought a sense of humor into the audience. About the wife, you would never give your wallet to the wife, Kamal, would you? I mean, come on, who would do that? At the same time, what's a few things I particularly like about Kamal's story. As an experienced vocal coach, he used an incredibly powerful storytelling tool. It's called a hero story. A hero story means when you're just a normal, ordinary guy, didn't speak English, had lots of problems, didn't know what to do, depression, and then a hope. He discovered Toastmasters. He discovered the path, and things start changing. And then it's building up, and it's building up. And now, again, Kamal, congratulations with your achievements that you're sharing with us and telling that if you could do it, everyone can. That's the hero story, masterfully used by Kamal. There is something else that I really like about Kamal, is that he's just really that nice guy, approachable, creating the atmosphere for us. We learn about his path, we learn about his ambitions in life, what he wants to achieve. What I really like about Kamal is that, as he said, he doesn't speak with us just face to face, he speaks within us. I think we all get the feeling inside, yes, he's speaking with me. The icons are brilliant, vocal variety, ticks all the boxes. However, a number of recommendations I would like to make. One, just we all do that. We just all do it on stage from time to time. We just can't avoid it. However, keeping your grounds, making a stage presence would bring extra value to your story. And two, when you want to tell us what you're going to say, then say it. And then in the end, in summary, you just say it again. So then we would have a clear path of what you want to tell. Overall, great and incredibly wonderful icebreaker from an experienced Toastmaster. I wish you all the best on your path. With few little tricks, you will be right up there. Thank you, Mr. Table.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. He's a very experienced Toastmasters. And now it's time for the third evaluator, Mr. President. Hola!
What can you see? Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, it is a great privilege for me to evaluate Paul's speech. The title, very captivating. What can you see? I can see your smiling, lovely faces. But that was not what Paul said. He took us to the picture, whereby his speech is about using creative, effective virtual aids. And with the presentation slides, he was able to show us a picture which we all were marveled with curiosity. And guess, some said sand, some said dust, and different acrylates. Without question, he was able to connect with each of us as guests, as members in this great room. We could see his energy on the stage with his spatial movements around this great stage. His passion and enthusiasm about what he was talking about was very personalized, sharing his personal experience while being involved in a Toastmasters contest, sharing his impact with words and connection he has received from people, even those he has never met. That made us all connect personally with his speech. He also made reference to quote from the Bible, which I believe some of us who are believers will reconcile with easily. And he said, everything worthwhile takes time. Those were words I could easily absorb into my mind. It took us down to an historical lane, making an historical analysis and comparison to a bamboo tree, saying it takes a month to double in size. And I believe many of us are still guessing, is that a fact or a discovery? I'll leave that to your Google to search later. He also showed us another great stage with emphasis and thought to what can we see on the stage. And I know we all guess different answers. And with his imagination, he made us believe he can only see himself on that stage. I didn't see him there at that point. But that made us understand he's captivating with positive mindset of a better future for himself with his Toastmaster journey to become someone great, which is already creating that imaginative action into himself. He has made us understand Manchester Communicators Toastmasters Club has helped him in becoming a better person, speaker, leader, and a great person to achieve great achievement in years to come. And on that big stage, we all will surely celebrate him. Part of my recommendation, Mr. Paul, I'll have loved you to add some prop to it. You made reference to the bamboo tree. For some of us who have never seen one, it will have been great to have some visual aids, making reference to the growth and how a bamboo tree looks, because part of the objective is creating effective visual aids. It will also be great to ensure your presentation add more colorful or pictorial view. Or at the end, you could try to put yourself on that stage as a final slide, which could make us feel definitely that dream is going to be a reality. At some point, it will have been great to have some forces on the stage, whereby your messages will go deep to our hearts. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I need to say and appeal to you. Join me now and let's jam our hands together. Hold on. As I believe in years to come, we all shall reflect back to a day like this and celebrate Paul on that great world stage. Fellow Toastmasters, let's congratulate Paul with our clap again. And to this, I can say he has fulfilled the objective on delivering a great speech. All the best to our world champion in years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxola. And now you know that in your piece of paper, there is a section that says best speaker. Generally, we do it before the evaluators, so the evaluators don't influence what you think. But never mind. Let's do it now. Write who you thought the best speaker was. And Isabel, can you say the names aloud? And when you hear your name, please raise.
First speaker, Baklap. The second speaker, Kamal. And our third speaker, Paul.
And once you have written the best speaker, put your hand in the air and somebody will pick it up. And you can start writing the evaluator because that's what we do next. Speakers here. The speaker here. The speaker. The speaker. And if and now, because I think we all have votes for the speakers, let's move on to the evaluators. And we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 evaluators. Can you give us the times, Isabel? And when you hear your name, please stand up.
Yeah, our first evaluator was Emma. Second evaluator was Samantha, online.
Online. Say hello, Samantha.
Third evaluator was Andre. And fourth evaluator, Ola.
He's already up. So if you vote who you thought the best evaluator was, put your hands in the air and I will pick it up. Thank you very much. Some people don't like it, some people like it. Well, from time to time, we do this voting to add a bit of competition. Evaluators. Thank you very much.
Next evaluator.
Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? I hope so. Do you remember that at the beginning of the meeting, I introduced several people that helped me to run this meeting? One of them was the accountant. Were you paying attention? Because he was, and he's gonna give us the report of the day. Naval! And if you don't mind, since you're struggling.
Yeah, hello again. For the fact that you might be bored of seeing me again and again. Yeah. Thanks, Julian, for giving me this opportunity of being our counter for the day. So the main objective of this R counter, or the role of this R counter, not to pinpoint and say you have done so and so mistakes, but the objective is to allow the people to reflect themselves and how they speak and what are all the non-lexical fillers that they use. So I will start with table topic speakers. So Isabel, so she used once and once. Yeah, but huge round of applause for her.
Yeah, we want to.
Ola, 0. So he hasn't used any non-lexical fillers. Of applause. So next, Adage. How to say? Adage. 0 again. Yeah.
Good.
Huge round of applause for her. Next, Anthony, 0 again.
Good.
Rick, I think he's the one who spoke for a long time. Yeah. It's good. So you used 8 times, but you have done a good job. And next one is Katrina. So she used 4 times and 2 times. Good job. And next one, Lucy. So she used 8 times, but overall she did a good job. And last person, Ushi, she used just once.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Guys. Thanks. So with regards to the other speakers, so they didn't use any non-lexical fillers. Good job.
Okay, that's good. Fantastic. Thank you very much. All right. It's been a bit bumpy. It's not very professional, this meeting, I can tell you. Anyway, And I say that because there's been a couple of problems with the microphone. Here you have not noticed it, but the people at the other end of the camera, they did. Sorry. Now, let's go to the last evaluation. You say, another evaluation? Yes, another evaluation. We have a general evaluator, and her name is Lucy. Come on, clap, 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 clap.
Did you enjoy the meeting?
Yes. Yes, yes.
I enjoyed a lot. Today's meeting is also very good. All of the members in charge of the role delivered clearly and confidently. So not only just to learn the presentation skill, but also I think learn about the change the mind, our mind positively and passionately. So all of guys really good job, and especially our counter this first time your role, but it's very clearly counted all of things. And timer's input also is a very good job. So thank you. Enjoy the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to an end of the meeting, but we have to find out who the winners were, don't we? And for that, let me introduce you to the big boss in this club, the man who runs the club with vision. Hola!
Thanks for the accolades. That's more pressure on me. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, have we enjoyed ourselves tonight?
Yes.
Are we all sure we enjoyed ourselves tonight?
Yes.
Good. I don't want to keep you waiting. We need to announce winners for the different segment we had. So I'm going to be starting with the table topic segment. Are we all ready to know the winner? Yeah. Drum roll! Drum roll! Drum roll! Drum roll! Drum roll! And the winner, the best table topic speaker for tonight, goes to one and only Ocho. There you go. Paparazzi pictures. And I hope with this, you're going to definitely take the bold step and join our club, right? Yes. Congratulations. Yeah. The next one is for us to know the best evaluator for the great night. And I know we had great 4 evaluators. So drum roll. Woo! The winner, the best evaluator for tonight. Best evaluator for tonight. Best evaluator for tonight. Drum roll. Woo! Andre. Congratulations. There you go. Thank you so much. And the last one, which is a mighty one, the best speaker for the night. Are we eager to know? Are we eager to know? Yes. The best speaker for the night is the best speaker for the night is the best speaker for the night is
for gonna.
Okay.
Once again.
What does it feel to be hoping to be on the world stage in years to come? This man went to the United States of America and conquered a segment of the state, at the world, at the area, at the district, at the division, and coming third. There's a potential we are seeing a world champion building within this club. So what does it feel to be a world champion in years to come?
In years to come. It feels good. What can I say? It feels good.
We are creating the imagination ahead.
Thank you.
So you are what speech?
Thank you to my parents. No, I mean, I want to thank Kamal, first of all. No, I mean, how does it feel? I'm trying to visualize it, to be honest. I think it would feel great. Just because knowing my story, I know some of you saw me at the beginning of my journey. So knowing like how far I've come for me personally, and then seeing where I want to be headed, I know Julian is telling me, oh, come on, gotta be quick. But the point I'm trying to say is that you'll see me there one day.
Stop preparing that speech. Stop preparing it. A clap for you all again. Fellow Toastmasters and our lovely guests. We all have seen the beauty of a Toastmasters meeting. But I'll definitely not let this meeting run out without we ensuring all our guests, we hear one or two things from them. But there's one of our lovely members who has been very hardworking tonight, a great lawyer, handsome, looking, but he has not said a word. So welcome on stage. What on stage, please. How does it feel being a member of this great club?
It's fantastic. I just want to say, all of you guys who had the courage to come up here and say something impromptu, it takes a lot of courage. I've been there myself. I'm still there. I'm new. I've joined. You know, your mind does go blank. You start being nervous. You don't know what to say next. So give yourself a huge applause for that.
So as part of our culture, to ensure everybody before leaving this room, they speak, especially our guests, can I humbly and kindly request all our guests to please come to the stage. So our first time after attending this meeting, please let's come to the stage. Woo! Give them up, please. Yeah, first timers. Yeah. You can enjoy it too. Yeah. All our guests. Uche, you are still a guest since you've not joined officially. Uche, you are still a guest. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to make this quick and sharp. I'm going to be starting. Are we having the pictures? So this is how we're going to do it. We want to give everybody a chance to speak, especially lovely Steve. I've been waiting to listen to his lovely voice. I'll pass this mic to you for 30 seconds. You tell us what has been your experience so far when you've been in this room, and are you coming back? So my rule is ladies first. So I go start from here. 30 seconds. What has been the experience of this night, and are you coming back?
I'm definitely coming back. I come to Toastmasters because it's quite inspiring just to listen to you guys and also watch the individual growth journeys of everyone here. So yeah, we'll keep it short.
It's been really interesting to see what you guys do, and yeah, I'll be interested in coming back.
I want to be rich.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been incredible hearing like all the guests and also like the epic speakers and people who developed so much and come a long way. It's really inspiring. Thank you.
I'm Matt. Yeah, I've been quite tired tonight. So if anyone's noticed me at the back yawning, then I apologise. And I also parked down the corner and didn't actually pay for it. So that's been in my mind. So I've been trying to do the app secretly. So yeah, other than that, it's been a really good night. No, it's been good. It's been cool.
Are you coming back?
I'll be coming back.
Great.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I really enjoy the meeting. And I definitely come back here.
Good. Katrina.
Actually, it was amazing. Yeah, I liked it so much. And what I would like to say is I felt confidence. I mean, in all of you. Yeah, and it was so amazing. Thank you very much.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Andre. I'm a visitor today. And so what I really like about this club is the hybrid club. And so, for those people who are online, if you're not here, you can be online and join the meetings. Oh, say me somewhere in a nice place, drinking Bacardi and being here. Oh yeah, I'll come back. Maybe not take like that, but through the video for sure.
Great.
Thank you.
Hannah?
Hey everyone, so I went here to improve my public speaking skills, but I didn't know that coming here will also inspire me, so I'll definitely coming back. And yeah, and like I just like to hear the personal stories of everyone. It's really inspiring.
Good.
Yeah, it was really inspiring listening to all the speeches, and I'm definitely coming back.
Are you joining, right?
Okay, my name is Gideon, and of course, this is my first time here. I find it very difficult to locate this place, and of course, I came late, and the little people I met, they're talking, explaining. I was able to grab one or two things, so I'm definitely coming back here.
Good.
Steve. Yes, I'm Steve with the not so lovely voice.
Lovely.
Had I known that there were the impromptu sessions at the beginning, I might not have turned up this evening. But actually, I was sat there and you introduced a number of topics and I was like, yeah, I want to get on and speak about that for a bit. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's brilliant the way that everyone took up the challenge. And I want to come back because I want to stand up here for a couple of minutes and
next meeting you're speaking.
Myself.
Nice challenge.
Hi, I just thought it was really difficult to the impromptu session at the beginning was much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I thought, Waji, you summed it up when you said your mind just goes blank and you can't think of anything. And that's the sort of thing that I really want to improve. I want to get better at that and be a bit more natural instead of trying to think about things all the time. So I really enjoyed it and I'll definitely come back. So thank you.
Yeah, likewise, what a lot of people have said already, but the energy here from everyone is great, and you feel like everyone's rooting you on. My first time up on the stage, I'm glad that I've been invited up even just to speak for a couple of minutes here. I appreciate that opportunity. So in the weeks to come, I'll have a couple of minutes and go for it next time. So I appreciate your time.
You're coming back, right?
Last but not least, look, I really enjoyed this. This is my second time here. I will come back and I will join. Yes, definitely. But thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, all our guests. Can I have your seat back? Thanks so much, Steve. Thanks so much, Anthony. Thanks so much, James. And at this point,
before we go, it's every Monday. Dance.
No, we have our meeting. Our next meeting is going to be on the 21st, if I'm right.
Yeah, dance in every Monday.
No, it's going to be, we're going to review that and work on that because I know it was not comfortable for all of us. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you so much for taking the bold step to come out here. Thank you for everybody for attending this meeting. At this junction, the meeting comes to a close. Boom. Our next meeting is on the 21st of November. Apologies for the sound upstairs. For those who have been our guests or attending in previous times, you know this has not been the norm. We'll definitely look into it and review it for future meetings. And 21st of November, don't miss our meeting. It's going to be a splendid one. Thank you so much. Spend